Mexican comedy involves a lot of ass and tits.
True. The best damn cocksucker. I relate with what he's talking about, because like one thing about my dad, like my dad's serious and we make fun of him a lot because he's not like very affectionate, and we're like,
how do you think
he's like very serious? Probably not. Probably quiet.
At
very quietly.
Oh, that's terrible.
Very, very quietly.
Keeps a distance.
No, but here's the thing.
Nah, don't move on from that.
Let's talk about your dad.
How do you think he fucks?
Probably really quietly. I don't know. My dad.
Or maybe he's like a freak, dude, and you don't even know it.
I feel like he's really quiet. Here, let me move this.
What kind of sounds do you think he makes?
Just like very minimal, like. Like. No, put this shit back. No, listen. My dad's a hard ass worker though. Can we not agree on that?
Fuck
like
yeah.
That dude's been working his whole life.
Yeah.
And I asked him one time. I told him this is how I knew how much of a badass he was. I told him, I was like, Dad, you know what my dream job would be? To fucking just have a lot of money and not have to work. Wouldn't that be cool? And he's like, no.
That's true.
You know, like he fucking didn't even compute in his mind. He was like, "What the fuck you talking about? Not fucking working?
If you
What's wrong
just
with
get
you?"
money and you don't work for it, that's not satisfying.
But you know what I'm saying? I was just
You
being
think it
like,
sounds
that'd be cool. No, so what I like about my dad. Okay, so he's just like, oh, and he's like, we're gonna get the, and she's just like, and starts sucking it, super fucking hard as hell. And he's like, don't worry, sir, I'm gonna save you. Let's go fucking hard. And then it stopped again. And then it stopped again. And I'm like, what the fuck?
So this is my.
Yeah, and then
you didn't do anything for a whole week.
No, and then I went to the emergency room. I went to the emergency room because they were to see what the fuck was happening, and they're like, well, we have no reason to do anything because they did blood work and everything. Nothing was wrong. And I said, okay, cool. So I went back to work, and then finally people like I started getting weaker. Like I was doing pull-ups every day, and like it started getting to the point where like even doing one, like I was like, what the fuck? Like this is not right. And then I started like feeling like weak at the knees. Mm-hmm. Like I go downstairs. I had a basement. I go downstairs to like edit videos and shit. And I was like, what the fuck? And like,
don't lie, bitch.
No, I'm not even.
This is how you're always.
No, I'm not even fucking joking.
You can't even do one pull-up.
Stop blaming it on fucking Guillermo, right? You weak son of a.
At that point, I was doing at
You're
least
more
4.
of a Guillermo, bitch.
I think at that point I was doing at least 4. But I couldn't even do 1.
So you couldn't walk.
No, and I was having trouble. Yeah, I was getting weaker. And then like I went to work, and finally they were like, you need to go to the emergency room again, and you need to tell them to do something. Like the fuck, I was answering the phone like I was like, not gonna help you.
Oh my god!
And so like essentially, you were speaking tongues.
Yeah, they were like, you need to fucking go do something about it.
You need a priest.
Then I went to
Estás
posesado.
Escúpelo.
Reposando.
So then I went to a neurologist. I went to a neurologist, and then the lady was like, "You need to go to the ER right now. I'm gonna tell them you're on your way because you could stop breathing anytime." Because they were saying if it goes to your lungs, you're gonna fucking. What are you gonna do? You can't unnumb your lungs. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so yeah, what happened? Okay, so I went to a neurologist. She was like, "You need to go to fucking hospital because if you stop breathing, you're gonna die eventually." So they took me to the ICU, and I was under observation for like two days or something like that. And so they were like. It's what's scary? Like you go to the ICU, that's the intensive care unit, and you watch like Grey's Anatomy or like any of those fucking even Scrubs. You know the ICU. This is where they send like the worst people, like burn victims,
that's where Cindy's gonna
people
work.
Gunshots and shit. Yeah, like people are probably dying in that floor, and they're coming up to tell me like, hey, so if you feel like you're breathing any differently, you fucking press that button and you tell us. So what the hell am I doing? I'm fucking overthinking every breath I take. I'm like. Shit, fuck, was that different? Like, like, and they kept like, they would come over and be like, are you okay? Like, and I'm just, fuck, dude, I didn't sleep at all that night. Like, I didn't sleep shit. I slept dick.
It sucks.
And like, it sucked, being in a bed for like 6 days, like.
Those beds are pretty comfortable though.
Yeah, but it sucks, dude. It sucks. And like, I was so nauseous from all the treatment because they were doing this thing called IVIG, which is like white blood cells. Never, if you're in you know how they say you're never supposed to Google your symptoms? Especially when you already know, when they give you a diagnosis.
You had your cell
don't
phone in
you
the ICU?
don't you ever fucking die. I looked up Guillain-Barré.
Don't you ever fucking
and don't you ever fucking do that shit. Because the only thing I saw was people fucking doing like 6 months of like physical therapy to fucking learn how to walk and breathe again. Everybody had a tube in their throat. Every single person I saw. My Guillain-Barré story. And then fucking just show these videos. People are like this and like I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking die.
So you were just ready.
And people are calling me. You're calling me. Everybody's calling me.
What did I say? Do you remember?
You were just like, hey man, you feeling okay? And like I was trying to be brave, but I was scared. I was like,
You were brave.
I don't know, man. I hope I'm okay.
I just finished watching this video,
I
man.
feel okay, but
This guy's
everybody's
got a
telling me
tube
I
in
could
his
fucking
throat.
die.
And
then they moved me to a regular hospital. They're like, okay, we don't think you're gonna like go into like breathing problems. So then they sent me to a regular bed. And then my mom flew over, and then like every time I got a headache from the treatment. So then, but I didn't want no more pain pills. So I would like I'd just be like, no, I'm fine. And then my mom would be like, no, dile que te duele la cabeza. And I'm just like, mom, you know how embarrassing it is to have your mom there like telling you like, dile doctor que te duele la cabeza. Eso no está bien. And I'm just like,
Mom's panic, dude.
yeah, I'm just like, yeah, okay,
Even
fine.
if you're
Yeah, my
fucking
head
leaving the
hurts.
house to go get some burritos or some shit, your mom's like, mijo, con mucho cuidado, mijo.
Que Dios lo traiga.
Manejas bien.
You know what the
no
craziest
pegas a nadie.
test was? They stuck these needles in my fucking muscles, like these little small, like kind of like acupuncture.
Yes.
I'm like, shut up. And then it was
Did they
hooked
make
up.
the sound
It was
every
hooked up to a. It was they fucking blow dart. No, I was kidding. No, they had this Chinese guy. And he would, and then they would be like, activate your muscle so we could hear it.
Activate.
And
Damn.
like, so like, they would make me flex my calf or like my thing, and then I would be like, it fucking hurt, dude, because it's like a needle in your muscle and you gotta move it. So then, but I would hear like that on the machine. I'm like, oh, you could hear your muscle. Because it's electricity, you know.
That's dope.
That'd be cool if I can like put it all over while I work out and like that's all I listen to.
Like yeah,
You
dude,
can-
yours are fucking.
You'll
like,
know which ones you're activating. Like, you want to
Yeah.
activate the delts with a little more? It's like,
So you just stick probes in the ones that you want to activate, and you know, oh, that doesn't sound that loud.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Elon Musk.
Obviously,
Jump on it.
I'm better now, but every once in a while, dude, like I
You
go
get
like
scared.
this. I go like this.
so is this like a genetic thing? Or what is it? Can I get it?
No, here's the worst thing. They have no idea how to get it, how people get it. It's like so rare that they don't really understand it. Some people think it's from a virus, like if you have a cold or some shit.
So you're contagious.
No. Like if you have a cold or
You
something.
fucking shared the cup, dude.
Yeah, it's fine. But it's alcohol. It's fine. It's
I don't want Guillain-Barré.
Guillain-Barré.
I was like, whoa. But I would hold my penis throughout the first 15 minutes.
Oscar.
Just
Do you
wait.
remember- Okay, sorry,
Let me continue.
Let him finish,
Sorry,
goddamn.
sorry.
So,
Getting great.
so I would grab my dick for like the first 15 minutes
Okay.
and slightly stroke it. wait!
Damn, dude,
wait!
no wonder you're so good at
To
sex,
keep it
damn.
aroused.
You were keeping yourself.
Wait,
you were
wait.
teaching yourself endurance.
Whoa.
So long.
And then, you know, those scenes are only
Yeah.
about a minute.
Yeah, that's true.
You have 1 minute to
That's
get
true.
it in.
It's like agua
Yeah.
caliente.
Yeah.
that's true.
So it's like pressing on a car. Like,
Yeah.
and then once the scene comes, you go.
Yeah, you do it.
Gone.
You're talking about when they would do
For the
like,
races.
chica, like-
Why am I
Lots
gonna
of-
get into sad shit? Let's keep it happy. Let's keep it happy.
But listen,
Dude,
guys.
fuck
were you gonna
transgender
show
I don't
people.
fucking know.
Oh, that's what I know.
Let me tell you why.
Wait, what did you say? What did you say?
Fuck
I
transgender
was trying
people.
to avoid that topic at all
Like have sex
costs.
with them? Or?
And Oscar heard a glimpse of my word. He got a fucking.
No, but hold on. Let me
Wait.
let me listen.
Let me
finish my
explain
point.
myself. The only reason why I said that is because I was jerking off to this beautiful woman sucking a cock, and I was like, "Oh my god, she's beautiful." And it turns out it was a guy, and I was like, "No, I finished to you. What do you mean?"
That's rough. That is rough.
So that was it. That's why. Not like in general, like you can.
Oh yeah, I can
You
understand
can you
that,
can be
though.
whoever the hell you want. You can do whatever the hell. I don't give a fuck. I mean,
I can
but-
understand that.
He said no.
that ruined my nut. I was like,
How'd you feel afterwards? What went through your mind?
I watched it again.
Oh! Repeat it about 3 or 4
Pues
times.
I had to make sure. Si sí o no, güey. Pues nunca sabes.
Está oscurito, pero
You're
no sé cómo
stupid,
sea, güey,
man.
no sé.
Y la agarré y lo comprobé.
Oh, do you remember the first time that we watched porn? That we loaded porn on your computer? That you brought us, you're like, dude, we have internet, and you're like, we can watch porn.
Whoa!
And here's the thing, we didn't know what the fuck we were
Was it
looking
AOL?
for. I don't even think you've ever
Yeah.
done it before. We literally went on like Google or Yahoo or whatever, and you just looked up like porn. And we
That's
looked
the
up
word.
images, and then we were like looking up images like girls like showing the
That's
tits
so
and
weird,
stuff.
huh? How
And then
weird
we were
that
like,
shit
and we were like this. we're just scrolling down like page after page after page. And I remember Oscar was like, "Oh my god, dude, look!" And he had like a boner.
Oh, what's happening?
And he was like, "Dude, look,
Help me!
fucking hard." And I'm just like, I don't even know, man. What do we do? And
What do we do?
I don't remember.
So
And like that's all we did, and then we're like, we gotta stop from it. Dad comes in here.
Yeah, I remember.
And it was actually this dog is stomping my
Dude,
leg.
he bites you.
No, that's not. This dog fur. You know what was embarrassing is that there was a porn star that actually knew her by name. I was like, oh shit, I know that lady.
You know it gets bad when you know
you're like,
by
oh
name.
shit, I know that lady.
That's because there's some women
beautiful ones.
who
Hey.
do some great work.
Talented.
Like I'm about to say a name and I know both of you are gonna know it.
All right, let's see.
I'm about to say it.
Say it.
I'm
Lisa
gonna fucking
Ann.
say it.
Lisa.
No,
Ann.
that's some. Nah.
Riley Reid.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know who that
Yes.
is.
That
Yes.
woman enjoys her job. That even okay, I won't go there.
Anyway.
But this woman,
Oh man, I wasn't gonna.
this woman like takes her shit serious. Like she is. If there was ever like a CEO, she is the CEO.
She's dedicated
Of
to the
porn.
craft.
She's dedicated.
You
I
know
wouldn't be
what?
surprised if she practices. If she like watches
She
videos of
practices.
herself and she like critiques and she takes notes while she's watching. She's like, no more.
Well, maybe the directors also.
More
practice.
emotion, less emotion,
Yeah.
less saliva,
Isn't there
more
directors?
saliva.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Isn't there directors that actually direct that type?
I don't know.
They're probably like, hey, we want more.
She is,
You know?
usually like if there's a hot, attractive woman, we'll all be like, yeah, she's attractive. But a guy, it's like this girl thinks she's hot, and it's like, ah, that guy's this girl's like, oh, he's disgusting, and this one's like,
I think it's
he's
pretty
like,
even.
it's very.
Yeah, yeah, because that girl would be like, yeah, that guy's disgusting, and then this
Yeah.
other girl would be like, but he drives a Mustang,
Yeah,
and
or
it's fucking
something.
badass.
Or this girl be like, he has a great sense of humor, and this girl be like, oh, but he's a great personality, and this one's like, no, but his nose is too big.
Está gordo. Pero,
Yeah.
wait.
And then us, we're just
tiene un
like,
pinche pitote,
ah.
güey.
You know what I mean?
Es que la mujer no tiene otra cosa que ofrecer, güey. No vas a decir, esa morra tiene un pinche carro, no, güey.
Unless she's a sugar mama.
Okay. I still do it. Fuck it.
Mhm.
I failed so many times. It's not even funny. Like, for example, the goal of me being a police officer in Seattle. That was a goal that I was telling her, I'm gonna do this. Everybody was like excited for me. Everybody's like, yeah, do it. I go and do it, and I failed. And yeah, it sucks to fail and letting people
But you
down.
did it.
But for some reason, telling people about it makes you more motivated to like push harder. And you're like, I'm doing this for everybody. Let's fucking do it. Let's
Mhm.
go. It motivates you. And failing felt like shit. I cried. It was a sad feeling. But if you're the type of person who just wants to be happy and wants to succeed in life, no matter how many times you fail, you're still gonna keep pushing because you want to be that type of person.
Yeah.
So like, I want to succeed. I want to be good. So even though I failed a shitload of times, I'm still gonna keep pushing.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's good. And like whenever people ask me like, what's the difficult part of having a brother who's like mentally disabled like that?
Mm-hmm.
And I think the most difficult part is distinguishing where the disease ends and where the person starts. Because sometimes he's an asshole, and you know, and you like, and that happens, and he's like fucked up, and he does shit, and you're like, why would you do that? But it's hard to be like, oh, it's because he's sick.
Discern from.
Yeah.
You don't know when, and when you're an asshole, you're like, was I being an asshole to like the sick person
Right.
or to him?
To the actual person.
Yeah. So I hate that. Like that's super
But he's
hard.
your brother, dude.
No, but yeah, dude. But
You
grow,
live with
Either
him.
way, you fight.
yeah,
you
I
fight
mean,
with
being
brothers,
together- being
siblings.
with someone for so many years,
You know?
Yeah.
Either
the
way,
true you comes out. You know,
Yeah.
like you can only, and people tell
But-
me like, oh, well, why aren't you not? Hey, you can be nice for 1, 2,
But
3
you gotta-
years.
But listen.
You can fake it for 3 years, but 28
Well, that's what I'm
years.
saying. Listen, if you're being nice to him just because you feel like you have to be nice, everybody's telling you that is being fake. You know what I'm saying? The fact of the matter is that you see Israel as your brother and you see him as that person that he is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you see past the disease, and like I don't think that is right. You shouldn't feel that way. Like, oh my God, I'm being fucked up to a sick person. No, he's your brother. You live with him. You deal with him all the time. We don't, right? We just know him from time to time. So I feel like the fact that you can kind of see past that is like, no, look, he's being an asshole right now. He's my brother, and I'm telling you right now. He's
But that's the
being
thing, dude. You just don't know when it's him.
when it's him or if it's a disease.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Dude, there's.
it's crazy, man. Being with somebody else is crazy.
It
Like
is coexistence.
coexistence
Triceps.
is ridiculous.
Sun.
But you know what I've felt works is just being really open and like actually planning shit like with your significant other, because then nothing's like out in limbo. At least with me in my relationship.
Yeah.
Like leaving things out in limbo, like, Because in my brain, like, everything's set, but
So
she
you're saying-
doesn't know.
You're saying communicate.
Yeah, a lot of
It's
communication.
funny, dude. Like everybody says it, like communication is
But,
key. And it fucking is, dude. Communication is
It's
like
hard, though.
it is.
It is.
Because
It's
you're like, is
hard.
it stupid? Like, should I say it? Like,
Yeah.
is it weird that I'm saying this? And then you're like, am I communicating too much? Am I gonna seem like a little
Sometimes
bitch?
you
Or,
come off like too aggressive.
yeah, or something like that. Like, it's an art form. You gotta.
Yeah. For Aniston,
Oh, that was a
fucking.
She's getting chubbier a little.
Jennifer Aniston.
Tú déjala.
No, not like in a
Está
bad way.
disfrutando su vida, güey.
You sound like Eugenio Derbez or something.
You know who? Oh, well, I got
Did
this.
you guys know there's a measles outbreak in El Paso?
That's your fucking subject?
Yeah.
Measles, what the
outbreak?
fuck are measles?
That's a good outbreak.
It's like a restaurant.
I went from.
What the fuck are you watching? Say no. Should we tell the?
Wait. I went from wait, from measles, because it sounded like anals. So then I put anals.
How does measles sound like anal?
He straight up was just looking at Google images anal.
But no, wait. But there's way more photos about anal sex than there is about like the actual anal, like anus, whatever.
Oh, it's because it's called anus.
Yeah.
But I put anus. Wait, I put anus. Yeah, I did
You
put
put
anus.
anal, dude.
Oh, no, I put anus.
Straight up put anal.
So what were we saying? Fucking. Oh
So
yeah.
anal sex.
No, you want? Is that the subject?
Well, I think it's interesting because I just want to bring it up because it's interesting, like all the little things.
No, it is not. That's fucking
Like,
boring.
sometimes-
Fuck measles.
Listen.
You don't give a fuck.
You just thought of that shit right now. 'Cause you
No,
have
no,
nothing.
listen.
You have to
No,
be prepared,
I
motherfucker.
had it.
Just
next
vaccinate
episode.
your damn children, and that's it.
No, because I was talking to my mom.
Okay. Like all of that bullshit. Gentleman Jack.
Here, we'll put this here.
I put too much in my mouth.
Oh, faggot.
You put way too much tequila.
Hey!
It's because we made it for you.
Wait! Wait.
You.
Basically, women are only good for two things.
Oh my god! Don't go there, Greg. Shut the fuck up.
And vaginas.
This is just a stub. A nub with a vagina in the head.
That's all they got.
That's the second time you say that shit. You said that on the last podcast.
That's from an old YouTube video.
And I was like, you probably fucked up.
You remember MC
I
Vagina?
was like, you probably fucked up. He didn't mean to say that. And then he brings it up again. We never talk about this, but on the podcast he saves it. I'm gonna say this stupid ass shit that I would never say in public to fucking everybody that watches us. He's like, what the fuck, dude?
Listen. I'm being facetious.
You're being facetious?
I'm being facetious. I'm gonna put this over here.
What the fuck's facetious?
Facetious, like I'm
You're a
being
physician?
ridiculous. That's my
Okay,
kind of humor.
jump into the next topic.
Side by side. I bet
Let's
you
do
would
death by
fall
burpees,
behind.
and whoever.
You would fall behind.
Wait, whoever loses
You would
has to
fall
lick
behind.
each other's butthole. Like,
Why would I want you to lick my butthole? I think so, like, that's a prize.
That's pretty good.
Ain't. Nos veremos en la próxima, amigos.
I thought you were ending it last time.
Oh, my bad.
No, keep going, keep ending.
Nos veremos en la próxima, amigos. Vamos a vender quesos y drogas. Quesos y drogas. Vamos a vender quesos y drogas. Quesos y drogas. Yo vendo drogas y tú vendes queso. Just end it right there.